Hi friends, this is Debbie Bailey with Circle of Love Wreath Company. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. This is a picture of one of the metal flowers that I have on my fence, or had on my fence for several years. And we're going to turn this, instead of throwing it out and spending more money, we're going to take some paint to update it. This is a blue one that I've already done. Notice there's no fancy painting. There's nothing hard about this. We're going to do it step by step together. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow me on my YouTube channel. You're going to need apple barrel acrylic paints. I just bought these at Hobby Lobby. I think they sell them at Walmart. I'm going to use white. I'm going to use kind of a hot pink. You just need some old paintbrushes. This is an old paintbrush that I have in my house. Here's a smaller one that I might use. Here's Q-tips that I'm going to use to make our dots with. You don't have to have this, but I have a heat gun, and this will help the process drying a lot quicker. I use paper plates to put my paint on. Cleaning supplies to clean these since they've been out in the weather, hanging on the fence for years. I'm just going to use my own soap and a wash rag. To protect your workspace, you can use newspaper or a drop cloth to protect your table. The first step we're going to do is clean our flowers since they've been hanging outside. They have dust and just junk on them from being outside. So I bend the petals because they're metal. We can bend them all up. And we're going to start on the bottom layer. I just take a wash rag and I have soap and water on it. I just mixed a solution and I just go through and I just wipe each petal down. Just turn it. The key is getting them clean so that the new paint will stick to them. So we're going to let this dry. I use my heat gun to dry them. So again, we're going to start on the bottom layer. So we're going to bend all these up. We're going to do a test one side by side and see what we like. So I just dab it in and just come in here and just paint it. And guess what? I do like it. I'm going to hold this up so I can get down in the cracks and I can get on the very end. I always put 2 coats on. I do like that on the bottom first and just paint. We have our petals. Now all we have to do is the center. Again, we went from this to this. So I'm just going to kind of go around the outside here with my black to outline. You can see this is our second coat. Something I didn't mention earlier is I have an angled brush that makes it easier to outline the outside. What do you think? Our last step is going to put dots on the black to look like seed. I'm going to use a Q-tip, yellow paint. I like the bright yellow better than I do the pale yellow. And we're just going to go around with our Q-tip and just make dots. They don't have to be perfect. And now we have our finished flower, our repurposed, recycled metal flower or yard art. Again, we went from this to this. We've recycled some metal yard art. Thank you for joining us from turning our metal flowers, yard art, into something beautiful again. My final step in our project today, upcycling our metal flowers, is I just buy some spray. It's flat, crystal clear. If you like your project shiny, which I prefer, I would buy the shiny. This is the matte finish. That's what I already had, so that's what I'm using just to save money. And my metal flower out in the yard. I'll put it on a piece of cardboard. I'll bring the leaves up again or the petals up again, and then I just spray the bottom petals, put this back, spray the second layer, the final layer. I have to wait until the yellow paint is dry, and so I'm going to continue painting some more flowers, but this is how I seal my paint. Leave a comment with your own repurposing ideas. And if you have any questions, leave a comment and let me know if I can help you. Thank you for watching and happy crafting. Until next time.